What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Real Estate Podcast, episode 290. Damn. I'm here with Griffin.
I'm here with Trav.
And I'm actually excited to talk about Andor with Adam.
Oh,
All right. Hot
only
take.
290 episodes. It was a hot
What did we
take.
watch this week?
Adam, dude.
It was a fun week, man.
That's right. We watched Bladham.
Mr. No Door.
Yeah,
He
dude.
just didn't fuck with doors, dude. He's like, I'm just, get out of my
He's
way.
over it. Yeah. Over it, man.
I would float around like that, too, if I could.
Yeah.
Never walk.
So
2 hours. This movie was 2 hours of Hawkman just straight getting ragdolled.
yeah,
And
right.
Bonaducci.
Danny Bonaducci.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, like, you know, when they came out and they're like, yeah, we're gonna do a Black Adam movie, and I'm like, with The Rock, and I'm like, And then Joker comes out, and I'm like, maybe, you know, like, we'll see. And Black Adam's never been like a character that I'm like, dude, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I always liked Black Adam when he would show up somewhere and fight, especially whenever he would fight Superman. Like, that was all. Whenever Shazam or Black Adam fought Superman was like some of my favorite reading. But he was never a character that I was like, I want to like read everything this guy does, this, that, and the other. And I understand why The Rock is, you know, kind of attracted to it, because like a lot of facting, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not a lot of talking, a lot of fucking stuff up, you know?
Yeah.
And I mean, they made him look good. They made everything like interesting enough to hold a movie down.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I felt like this was originally a Justice Society film,
Yeah.
and they just decided to kind of pull an Infinity War where it's through the perspective of what would eventually be the main, what is going to be obviously the main villain.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I feel like it's because, you know, one of the things that The Rock did for this movie's promotion, and it was in literally almost every fucking post the guy made, was that the hierarchy of power was shifting in the DC universe.
Yeah.
I would argue that it didn't shift, it just got expanded.
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah. Because I mean, you know, not to sit and pick straws, but as long as Superman is by our yellow sun, he's not going to lose.
No. Well,
I mean,
he's his ass kicked before.
I mean, he can get bodied pretty heavily, but at the same time, though, that was kryptonite.
right.
There's a lot of kryptonite getting tossed around on that battlefield.
Well, the only things that can hurt Superman is kryptonite and magic. That's it. And he already got killed by kryptonite once. And like, one of my favorite stories I've ever read was a Superman versus Shazam or Captain Marvel. I don't remember at the time what it was. And Captain Marvel almost killed him because he figured out, like, hey, the magic is hurting him. And, you know, like, Black Adam can like shoot the lightning bolts and shit, you know, do all that. Like, Shazam really doesn't shoot anything out. You know what I mean? Like, he's just like Superman, you know?
Just really, really strong.
Yeah. But the way that Shazam kind of bested him was he would grab him, point him to the sky and say Shazam, and the lightning would hit Superman. Wouldn't turn him into Billy Baxter, but would fuck Superman up, you know? So I don't think that the power's been shifted. I agree that it's been expanded, but I also think that, like, if there's any character in the DC universe right now that has a shot at beating him other than Flash, it would be Black Adam. I think Flash could, like, you know.
Well, and don't get me wrong, I believe Barry Allen could, but all of that, though, I think would have to factor on the element of surprise.
Oh
If
yeah,
Superman's aware he's fighting the Flash, then he's obviously gonna hone in on being able to find him.
yeah, for sure.
I think the same. I think the same would apply for Black Adam. I think it would have to be the element of surprise.
Yes.
But I mean, I guess that could be said for all heroes. So I mean, my argument could be very much invalid. But
Right.
I think when dealing with those types of characters, whatever. I mean, yeah, Superman is just 2 seconds of a much larger thing. I guess I don't mean to pull us into that tangent.
Well, I mean, but it leaves a good jumping off point because they had to they sent in the Justice Society. And here's my thing, like, why is the Justice Society working with Amanda Waller?
Yeah,
Like,
Justice.
that was something I was wondering too.
I guess. Because, like, first of all, when I seen that bitch's face on that screen, I'm like, don't trust this bitch.
Yeah.
You know, like,
But when
first
they
of
were
all,
going, well, so far as they even went to the task force, the Suicide Squad headquarters, basically.
yeah, right. Black
Because I mean
Gatorade.
that's essentially what Task Force X is just it's just the Suicide Squad. It's just what the audience knows them as.
Yeah, yeah. And I really liked the characters that we did get. I liked, which I don't know much about Cyclone, but I always liked Dr. Fate and Adam Smasher and Hawkman. But the thing about Hawkman is, like, to me personally, Hawkman has always been really good when he's in his Hawkman or Hawkgirl, either one, have always excelled when they were in their own thing. Like, because their lore is, and where, like, their backstory and who they are is almost more interesting than them being in a team environment. But I thought that they did a good job at, like, bringing Hawkman into this team environment as this leader, with, like, two rookies, and then Dr. Fate, who's just, like, seeing the future and
I
shit.
thought I really thought Dr. Fate stole the show.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I loved. I mean, I'm a sucker for any kind of stuff like that. Particularly with like us having seen Doctor Strange, and their skill sets are relatively similar. So, we
Yeah.
kind of knew what we were in for whenever we started getting the copies of himself. A little bit of the reality shifting because that
Yeah.
whole thing where when Doctor Fate makes Kahndaq look like, or Kahndaq, I'm probably mispronouncing it, but uh, when he makes it look like it once was for Black
Yeah.
Adam, I thought that
Yeah,
was
the
really
little
cool.
mirror world.
Yeah.
That was cool.
So here's my thing about Dr. Fate. Like, I've always loved that character, and I've always liked, how him and Doctor Strange kind of mirror each other, where, like, if shit gets out of hand and Dr. Fate shows up, there's more going on than meets the eye. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's
Yeah.
some sketchy ass shit that's happening that they're dealing with. But
Like reality's at stake in a way,
yeah, yes,
or literal existence.
yeah. But my question is like, two things about this movie bummed me out. Number one, him dying. Like, that kind of bummed me
Yeah.
out.
So,
Because,
like, if they didn't lock up Black Adam, though, he probably would have lived.
yeah,
But they
exactly,
had,
right?
you know what I mean? It was like,
Yeah, they had to go through that whole thing. Yeah.
No, I don't know a whole lot about Doctor Fate, but isn't it supposed to be like that helmet? Like whoever has that helmet can become Doctor Fate, almost like
Yeah.
some Thor level stuff.
Yeah, pretty, yeah. So, like,
So
Dr.
we
Fate's
could
not going to
still
be
have
gone.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Pierce Brosnan he was great as that guy.
Yes. But here's the thing that I was, like, kind of, like, hitting on whenever I was watching it. I'm like, they go out of their way for him to say how old he is, right? And there's no reason, in my opinion, that they would go out of their way to explain how old he was, because he didn't seem fed up with anything. He didn't seem like he wanted to pass on or anything like that. He just seemed like he took one for the team
Yeah.
with Hawkman and all that.
What had to
But
happen?
yeah, so that leaves me to believe like they could still do Dr. Fate movies
Yeah.
with Pierce Brosnan showing what happened in the DC universe leading up to Black Adam. And
Oh, yeah.
because like you've already got Adam Smasher's son, right? Or grandson,
Yeah.
whatever he is, playing the new Adam
Yeah.
Smasher. So that leaves, that means that Justice Society has existed for a long time, and all this stuff. So they could build up to this. They could build up to like showing us like Green Lantern, the original Green
Yeah.
Lantern that used
Or
magic
who's to
instead of
say?
that.
Or who's to say they couldn't simply rewrite the lore of the helmet and he kind of X-Men his mind into it, and over time he'll be able to get his body back.
Yeah, they could do that.
I mean, people probably wouldn't like it. Some of the very diehard Dr. Fate fanboys, but it's when we're dealing with screen adaptations, they're always going to take liberties.
Yeah.
Yeah, didn't the hat disappear? Like right at the end?
I
Seems
think
like I
after
remember it
Hawkman used
crumbled
it.
into like that just powder. It just went. I was like, where'd that go?
I thought it kind of just teleported, like the way how every now and then when he would teleport out of there.
Yeah.
I thought that's what the helmet did, but I mean,
It
I'd
straight
have
went
to
somewhere.
look
Dude
at that
was
scene
holding
again.
it.
Yeah.
It was like the job.
Then suddenly particle effects. I thought Cyclone was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I mean, granted it was one of those situations where we got a team, no context for who they are. They just show up and show out.
Yeah.
They all had cool shit going on.
Can Adam Smasher go really small too? I mean, is he an exact copy of Ant-Man?
No.
Okay. He only does
big. Unless they rewrote it. Unless they
I was just
rewrote
wondering
it.
because as soon as I saw him running, I was like, "Oh, it's Ant-Man."
But see, like Adam Smasher,
a really, really big man.
Yeah.
What I remember of Adam Smasher though was like he didn't get big like that. He got big like Bane, kinda.
Yeah. Wasn't okay.
So yeah, so they kind of took, if I
Mhm.
remember correctly, they kind of took some liberties with that because it's like, how do you
Which-
make this Mark Ruffalo look alike?
Yeah.
Which I kind of got confused for a second because Adam Smasher's uniform looked a lot similar to. I don't know if either of you guys have bothered with Legends of Tomorrow,
Yeah, Adam.
but the Atom.
Yeah, it was very
their suits. Yeah, I kind of got thrown for a loop there for a second because I was like, wait a second, why is
yeah. I thought that's who it was. Whenever they were showing the trailer, I thought it was. And I was like, well, they recast him, obviously, all this kind of stuff.
Well, their emblem looks pretty much identical.
Yeah, right.
It's the classic, atom symbol.
Dude,
Yeah.
It's just funny that they brought Adam Smasher in to smash Black Adam.
Yeah, right.
It's
very on the nose.
there.
Yeah, very on the nose.
Didn't work either.
Yeah.
Worked for a little bit. But.
So Griffin, with what knowledge that you know of Black Adam and Shazam, is the whole origin of this movie? Are you familiar with it at all? Because, I mean, most of the time I've seen Black Adam show up in comics, he was already established. It didn't dive into anything. It was just he was there, he was fucking wrecking shit, and then he dipped out.
Right. Well, if I remember. And I'm going to do some fact checking as we go through this. But like the whole thing with the wizards and all that stuff was like a thing. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it says he was depicted as a supervillain in the ancient Egyptian predecessor of Captain Marvel, who fought his way to modern times to challenge the hero and his Marvel family associates. So that's what I remember it. Like Black Adam, like, had his powers taken away by the wizards, but somehow got him back. And he was trying to fight Shazam to be the champion, the wizards champion. That's what I always knew him as. Like he would show up
Okay.
and be like, "Hey, bitch! Like I'm the Shazam.
what-
You're not
Yeah.
the
So-
Shazam."
So the continuity we're more or less he shows up and Billy Batson's, turning into Shazam and everything, and this dude shows up and he's like, "Oh, somebody new?"
Yeah, yeah. It's kind of weird,
Okay. Yeah,
but
because I've been more aware of Shazam and Black Adam than I have actually read it. Like I know they're not obscure characters, but in the DC stuff, like those, it's pretty all consuming with the Justice League more or less.
yeah.
And they
So
played it safe. Like,
yeah, right.
He's like, I'm staying here. I don't leave here.
Yeah,
If you don't come here, there won't be no problems.
yeah. And they rewrote his backstory here. So in the revised origin, Teth Adam was born on September the 11th, 1279 BC, the son of ancient Egyptian pharaoh Ramses II, and impresses one of the high priests, the wizard Shazam, with his good deeds. The wizard gives him the power to become superhero, the mighty Adam, by speaking the name Shazam, an acronym. We know that. He does not draw power from Shazam due to the demoness Blaze making a deal with the Egyptian god Set. The mighty Adam serves as Egypt's champion for many centuries, but becomes corrupted by the charms of a mysterious woman, revealed to be Shazam's evil daughter, Blaze, in disguise. The bewitched Adam is convinced that he and his mistress should rule Egypt, so he kills the pharaoh and appoints himself ruler. Shazam learns of this and strips Adam of his powers, encasing him in a mystical scarab necklace. Adam's depowered body rapidly experiences the aging process that the magic had staved off, and the former hero withers away into a dried cadaver in seconds.
Holy
Shazam,
shit!
yeah. Shazam buries both the body and the scarab in the tomb of Ramses II, where he plans for it to remain for all eternity. In death, the former hero is referred to as Kim Adam, which means Black Adam. Disillusioned by what he perceived as Adam's betrayal, Shazam waits several millennia before appointing a second champion to fight evil in his name. And then that's where, Theo Adam finds himself on an expedition, an archaeological expedition financed by the Sivian Foundation. Adam uncovers his tomb in the secret passageway and leads his superiors, C.C. Batson and his wife Marilyn, to the discovery. Upon first sight, Theo Adam becomes obsessed with the artifact and kills both of them, escaped Egypt. Okay. So he
So
gets
it's basically the Mummy, but with
yeah,
Shazam's.
right.
Like,
Pretty much, yeah. So like I said, the version of Black Adam that I always knew was like he was like entombed for all eternity, got loose, and was like wanting to fight the current champion. Now,
so like ancient war brought to the modern day.
pretty much, yeah, yeah. And then now they rewrote his story to where like I'm guessing that like they kind of locked him away in that necklace or whatever, that pendant scarab thing. So I'm guessing whoever possesses that and says the word then gets the powers of Black Adam, which transforms them into Black Adam as opposed to an adult version of themselves, kind of.
So would
funny
we
how
say
that
that so could we say that the scarab necklace has been more or less transformed into the crown?
Yeah, I would. Yeah, kind of. But well, I mean, the crown's gone.
He's like,
Because now, what's up with Sabak? Because I've never come across him in my reading.
I have no idea. He's
'Cause
just
that
a
motherfucker
demon.
looked crazy.
Yeah, he's just some devil dude.
I mean,
Well, obviously when it cuts to hell and dude is becoming Sabak,
oh,
that whole thing, I assume that was just they're the inverted version of the wizards.
the
Yeah.
fucking guy that was like, my family, my bloodline. I'm the one.
I feel like Ishmael. I feel like the guy who's playing him, I think he's the dude that plays Marco off The Expanse.
Hmm.
But I'm not sure. He looked awfully similar to the guy. He becomes a big villain in The Expanse in later seasons. But yeah, did you guys feel like this movie it tread that line between typical action movie and Fast and the Furious crowd action movie?
Oh, he beat the shit out of people.
Yeah.
It had a lot of action. Yeah.
It kind of felt like that to me, especially with like how they did their action sequences and everything. But they did a good job
Dude,
at towing that line.
That
I'll
slow
say
motion
that.
scene, y'all,
Yeah.
when he came up out of there for the first time and the military rolls up
Yeah.
and he's just
Oh,
going
dude, he
down through there pointing
vaporizes them.
rockets at the stuff and fucking with people. He's trolling.
Oh, dude.
He's
Like
the
that's
ultimate troll.
like well that sets the tone for
Yeah.
his skill set. He has super speed. He can basically vaporize like at that moment it's like, dude, yeah, like that's peak Black Adam right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. You mean Pat him?
I like the
Pat him?
I like the shot where when he first arrives, when he first gets brought back, and it's the shot from the trailer where he just fucking dusts that one guy, fucking starts ragdolling people, like the speed. I love that shit where he's just zipping around.
Down upon it.
Well, then you have that shot. You have that shot where he shoots up into the upper level and you don't see what's going on. You just hear everything.
Yeah, the gunfire.
And you see him kind of moving. You see him sort of moving in the dust, and he just comes back down. And you're just like, oh, he just fucking just like
Yeah,
you didn't have to see
done.
it. You knew what the fuck he did. Like he went up there and stacked some bodies, came back down and stacked some more. Like
Yeah.
He enjoyed fucking people up.
Yeah, for sure.
definitely made me want like when they pull off or when we inevitably get Superman versus Black Adam. That fight is going to be Superman versus Zod cranked up to 11, the knob's ripped off, and you can't find it.
Yeah. And I think that it's going to
Now-
come out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Like, I think
Now,
that. Oh, go ahead.
I was saying there was one particular camera shot in this movie that made me actually laugh out loud because it was just so goofy. Because considering how like more or less well done all the other sequences were going on, there's a part where Black Adam's flying, and the camera is like it's him moving, but his face is close to the camera, and the camera's zooming in more,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and he's flying or whatever. It just looked really fucking goofy, dude. And I don't know if y'all had that moment when it happened. You were like, "That was a choice."
He got all up in the camera a lot. It was almost, he was like,
Well,
look
I
at
mean-
my face. I'm real serious right now. Look at me
Well-
acting.
Look, it was almost it was almost like one of those memes, man, where it shows
Yeah.
somebody fucking hauling ass through the air, and you're just like, "The fucking goofy hell is this?" But yeah, man, like I totally see why the ratio of the critic scores and the audience scores are so drastically different.
Yeah, right. Because, I
Because
mean,
the critics destroyed this fucking movie.
yeah, I mean, dude, it's a Black Adam movie starring The Rock.
What the fuck
mean,
you expect?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's not going to be.
well, of course, but that can also be said to the superhero genre as a whole. I don't think any of these movies have really gotten great critic reviews. Like you
there's
can
been
go
a
look up
few.
Endgame. You can pull up Endgame, arguably one of the best of the team up movies. And even the critics on those movies are like, there's too much going on, man.
I think the
We
highest
didn't- we
rated
didn't-
one was Spider-Man, the last Spider-Man movie. But they fell
And
for
there
it
was-
just like us.
Yeah.
You know, like
Oh yeah, and that's the thing. Like even like none of these heroes, whether they're AAA, you know them just by uttering the word or whatever, down to like Black Adam, Guardians, and all those characters. Like a lot of critics just like none of them are safe from the critic panty.
No.
Fuck the critics.
Yeah.
I'm with
But
Kid Rock on
critics,
that
this
one,
is
dude.
but this is where the audience score comes in clutch.
What's the audience score?
It's like 80 something, 90 something,
Yeah.
man.
Damn.
It's
The
high
critics
80s.
Yeah, the critic scores are in like the 30s and the audiences are in the 80s. So it's a complete
Let's see. The Google
like
review number is 92%.
Yeah.
I smell what Black Adam's cooking.
Yeah.
I like how Superman shows up at the end. You guys had mentioned it before, but you know how something always happens in a little side movie, and it's like, where the fuck was the Avengers? Why didn't they
Yeah.
show up? Well, at the end of this one, Superman's like, we need to talk, you know? Like,
Yeah.
and it's like, oh, they gave it to you.
Yeah.
He heard what happened. And he's like, hey, man, as long as you stay here and quit murdering people, I mean, it should be fine. But
Yeah.
we'll see. We'll see if fucking the ego might get him, dude.
Yeah. Well, I think that,
Man.
like, here's what I think they'll end up doing, honestly. I think that, like, if they make it that far, some shit's going to come up. And Superman, they're going to have to go to that country to get help. Like, we need Black Adam.
Yeah.
And whenever Superman shows up, Black Adam's going to hit him with that fucking Hawkman sucker punch whenever he
Yeah.
was looking back at the old days. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what'll end up happening there, I think. Honestly.
I think I'm still willing to die on my hill that I think that instead of killing off the Snyderverse, I think that they would be absolutely fucking stupid not to use the setup that has been established by that movie, and it's that Darkseid's on his way.
Yeah.
And I would not be surprised
I think
if
that's what's going on. I mean, dude, we just saw Superman again. It's like,
well, because that's the thing you got to think too. Like whenever he
Batman's
shows
gonna be in the
up,
Flash, you know?
his first thing is like, "Hey man, been a minute since the world got nervous," and like, "Who the fuck are you?" You know, that type of thing.
Yeah.
And I feel like there'll be some stories written to have them kind of duke it out or whatever. But like when Darkseid shows
Oh,
up,
yeah.
he's gonna have to do some preemptive shit because he watched Wonder Woman sever Steppenwolf's head.
Yeah.
Saw Superman fucking
Oh, yeah.
he's like
Darkseid was like,
through
"What
that
that
whole
smell like?"
portal.
Better not have no
Oh, and he
food
was like,
in it.
"God damn, it's cooking! They're cooking with gas over here. I
Yeah.
like this shit so much. So we're gonna fire up the invasion ships and fucking go to Earth. Like, let's fucking do this."
Yeah.
And so I think that it's all going to build up to the arrival of Darkseid. They're going to salvage that story in some way. I feel like they will. I feel like they'll probably go at it a different angle than probably what Zack Snyder was going to go with.
Well, they're gonna
But
add
they
to
would be
it.
crazy. Yeah, they would be
Now they can
crazy
do a
not
build
to.
up, dude, and involve all these characters. You know, it could be their end game. You know, when
Yeah.
he rolls
Yeah,
up, it'll
for
be
sure.
their Thanos, like where we got Black Adam, we got
Well,
fucking Peacemaker, we got you
because
know.
because I mean, dude, because when Darkseid shows
Man.
up, you're gonna need characters that are willing to kill.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be a good time to kill Black Adam.
Yeah.
Well, it would be interesting if Darkseid shows up and maybe he thinks that Shazam or Black Adam is another Kryptonian because he sees the type of feats that they're doing.
Yeah.
So what if he tries to, fuck with that? Like they could redo Darkseid War, and it wouldn't be that bad.
Yeah. Could you imagine those nightmare sequences with Black Adam instead of Superman? See what I mean?
Yeah,
That would
and
be
it could
fucking
still,
insane.
or even worse, with Shazam.
Oh, dude, he got
You have
corrupted.
you have you have Shazam doing it, and kind of tie into there was a story I saw that it's the story where Black Adam's fighting Superman, but at first it's because Superman thinks Black Adam is Shazam because he's posing as him.
Yeah.
And then Superman beats the fuck out of him, realizes, oh wait, you're just a fucking kid. Cause he does the switcheroony, you know.
Yeah.
Like they're fight like I'm sorry, Black Adam's fighting Superman. They're rustling and tussling, and then they break away for a while. Well, Superman saw him as Shazam, so when the real Shazam shows up, they fight for real. Superman beats the fuck out of him, knocks him down to fucking Billy Batson form, and he's like, "I've been beating up a fucking kid." Like,
Yeah.
it fucks with Superman hard.
Yeah.
And so imagine like that, but they're having to do it knowing he's being controlled by Darkseid.
Yeah.
Because it would fuck. Because what we have established from Black Adam is that, like, you know, his fucking kid was the champion. He was the one doing all the good shit.
Yeah.
And see, like, you know what I mean? Kind of seeing his kid get vilified, you know, seeing it through the eyes of this other kid.
Yeah.
Or, you know, I mean, having to relive seeing a child like his get the shit beat out of him when he's trying to do good. I don't know. They could do a million different things, and they're probably doing a million things because it's DC and they don't know how to focus themselves.
Yeah.
But
But
I don't
all in
know.
all, I enjoyed Black Adam a lot, man. Like legit.
It was better than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
It was.
I went in with no bar set because I didn't know what to expect out of it.
I thought it was going to be a turd. Really.
Yeah.
I was just like, The Rock. Let's see. But he was just fucking, he played it straight, man. You know? Every now and then he did something funny. Didn't mean to. It was just funny because he didn't know. He's like a caveman,
I mean,
you know?
Yeah, well, I mean, it was he absolutely had Encino Man moments, like like when he would try to time it right to tell him the Man in Black sent
how
you.
long had he been gone? How long had he been under?
5,000 years.
Dude, all the Justice fucking League, is that him? Justice League, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, all they had to do was get the man a blowjob or something. He just needed to bust one.
Oh, yeah.
You know, after 5,000 years, dude.
Yeah.
They could have got Black Adam some head, dude. He probably would have chilled out. I give it a star.
Yeah, I give it a star as well, man. Like for real. It was enjoyable enough that I could put it on right now and just be like, okay, we're watching this now. You know, like
yeah. It doesn't have an eager rewatch to me, but I feel like it's one of those movies that in time will become one that you're like, all right, well, I'm gonna sit down and watch this certain order of DC movies, and it's gonna be one of them, you know?
Yeah.
Like the Shazam cut or whatever, their Shazam perspective, because you can do that with Marvel right now. Like you can watch you can watch any particular hero, watch their series, and join them in the timeline with Avengers, and it's their own thing.
Yeah.
Highly recommend watching the Captain America order, where you just watch Cap 2, or Captain America, the Avengers, Cap 2, Civil War, and then the other ones. Really good. It brings in more context that, like, the whole fucking Infinity Saga, that whole goddamn shabazz, it's about Captain America. The cosmic shit's there to distract you. But I mean, yeah, I feel like you could do the same with DC.
Dude, look at that artwork. Like all of the concept artwork and even that little trailer they gave us. Remember that teaser forever ago?
Yeah.
Dude, The Rock was like almost 3 times bigger than any of that shit. Like that motherfucker looked like a thumb popped up out of that costume, dude.
Yeah.
Motherfucker's on steroids. His neck had a neck. You know what I mean? He had that.
Yeah.
So they kind of they gave him the Christian Bale treatment whenever it showed him depowered. They had to CGI him into a weak body.
I liked it.
I did too. I enjoyed it.
I give it a gold lightning bolt. I think it deserves the coveted real estate Shazam.
I mean,
I'm interested to see Fury of the Gods now, because this little cluster of like the Shazam verses, we'll call it.
Yeah.
Probably some of the best eye candy DC has put out.
Shazers. Yeah, right. I agree.
Because I feel like they like Shazam, they played it safe, very safe. They they let him have his powers, but you know, he was a kid, and that's cool.
Like watching,
but now it shows you what
powers.
Well, being able to now you can watch Black Adam, and you're like, dude, this is how that power could be handled in the hands of someone that isn't a child, that isn't.
Well, it won't be long.
You know, that doesn't give a fuck.
Up. It's like, uh-oh.
Well, what's going to be interesting is if Black Adam and Shazam fight. And
he's got a whole team of them, though. There's like 5 of them that all have fucking powers.
Oh, it's going to take all of them to fight Black Adam, dude. Like, no, it's going to take every goddamn one of them, I think. A couple are going to get lost along the way.
If they had The Rock getting fucked up in a movie, he'd be like, I'm not doing it. Change it. He's at that point in his career. He was like, you're bringing back Henry Cavill, or I'm not doing it.
Well, I think...
And they did.
Well, I think this movie... they rewrote... Well, since they've rewritten his origin to where he could align himself as a good guy, but he could easily be a bad guy.
Yeah.
Like they played the anti-hero card, obviously, and you know, this is like DC's Venom.
Yeah, exactly. But I enjoyed it though.
Because ultimately we know that he's gonna become the bad guy or a bad guy at some point, and he might be an 11th hour save. Like all hope is lost. And it's like, oh wait, Black Adam wasn't really evil after all. Yeah. Like he'll pull a Vegeta.
Well, I think he'll help if it's a threat to his people. Because he's really taking that on now, where he's like, I'm going to protect these people.
Yeah. These are my children.
Once it's a threat to them.
Dude. They're the children of Adam.
Yeah.
Boom.
All of them.
All right. Yeah.
To the Kevin Bacon.
Yeah.
Wait, wrong Children of the Atom, sorry.
But
so which one do y'all want to crack into, Andor or Guardians?
I haven't watched Guardians. Were we going to do that on the podcast?
No, I couldn't remember, so I watched it anyway.
Oh,
no,
I forgot that it was coming out. So
yeah, same here.
I'll watch it for next week.
I can give it a pre-pod thumbs up. It's Christmas. It's a Christmas special, so you know.
Hell yeah.
It's a fun time. Very family friendly.
That's what I'm talking about. Nobody gets banged.
Well, dude, they have a show coming out with Drax and Mantis. There's some kind of Legends. Episode that's coming out with them in it.
They're the main two of this. If the show's gonna be anything like how they interact,
I think this was a lead into that. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's gonna. I think it'll be good, man. I was very surprised. I like how
she does this thing where she asks a question, and then when she gets mad, she yells at him. That part's real funny.
Oh yeah, their chemistry is actually good on an acting level, man. Like I could watch more Drax and Mantis adventures for sure, and this to me this is a good prototype for that. Because them fucking with Kevin Bacon, that's some funny shit.
Hell yeah, I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah, but we didn't get to the end of Andor.
Yeah, dude.
I'm in, dude.
Yeah,
okay.
dude.
All right.
Now I got people I care about.
Now, okay, so hear me out, because I had to do some catching up. Had to do some catching up. So let me throw something out.
What about
here.
that speech he gave? Fucking old program. You fucking finally saw that?
What about yeah?
Come on, dude.
Oh, program.
How good was that shit?
Listen. No, how
He's
good was
alive,
this shit?
dude.
How good was Skarsgård whopping his ass with the Empire and then fucking
You talking about in
skedaddling?
that fight where he fucked their satellite up and everything?
Yeah, that was fucking awesome.
Did y'all see the credit scene?
Yes.
Yeah.
Didn't know that there was a credit scene.
Stuck around to the very end, and you just get a shot of something floating in space.
Yeah.
Well, what was it? Spill the beans.
Well, it shows those things that they were working on in the prison.
The panels. Yeah.
You know those star looking things that they were building
on program.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it showed what those were being used for, and they were for the construction of the fucking death ray from the Death Star.
Yeah,
that's why they were.
I knew it.
That's why they were like, y'all not getting out. We got to ramp up production.
Oh, program.
We got to destroy the fucking planet. Yeah. Keep your hands behind your head.
Look, dude, like I said, dude.
But it picked up, didn't it?
Like Skarsgård. Skarsgård is the best part of this fucking show.
They need to go back, dude, they need to go back and just compress the first 3 episodes into 1 episode.
Yeah, and it would be fine.
Yeah, that would fix a lot of whoa. There's no telling how many people stopped watching it, for Christ's sakes. That's like,
well, here's the
that's bad. You know what I'm saying?
I'll admit it. I'll wear that fucking badge, man. Yeah, fuck that show. Fuck the first 3 or 4 hours of that shit.
Oh, dude, it took to about
it's a goddamn
6.
slog.
And it's like, goddamn.
Yeah. If I would absolutely tell people, yeah, it's worth watching, but you're gonna fight through those first few episodes.
Yeah.
Now, if you've never watched Star Wars, then fucking you're gonna eat it up like fucking cake.
Yeah.
It's probably your cup of tea, this type of format. Because a lot of shows do that shit. They'll spend like the first month and a half of broadcasts being like, where are we? Who are you?
Yeah, well, it's a lot of Andor face acting, just looking at people out of his side eye. He does that a lot, doesn't he? Y'all notice that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, it's like the show is the equivalent of like somebody rolling out a play mat, setting up all their Star Wars stuff, washing their hands, fixing a sandwich, contemplating what's about to happen, and then they sit down and go, all right, now I'm going to do a Star Wars story.
Yeah.
And they start fucking, like, everything had to catch up. Like, he said everything, all the pieces were set, all the settings were nice. Because that's the thing, man. Some of these shots were fucking awesome. Dude, the lighting of, like, dude hauling ass on the speedsters. Yeah, like the speech
the lady's
was
funeral. Dude, how cool was that? They started, that little beat they were playing, too, was kind of fire.
You know
what I'm saying?
Gave me V for Vendetta
all the
vibes.
bands started playing.
Remember when everybody
together. So they were gonna put her stone in the wall. Remember when whenever Andor gets there and he's touching the stone, he remembers his dad.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, this is the wall where they're Masons. We get it,
Yeah.
Yeah. But that little beat they're playing, they all come together, and it's like, what happened? They played the funeral. Wally was like, she's like, fucking fight these motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Like, that's the speech Trump should have gave on January the 6th.
Gave,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I was like, kick their ass. Yeah, fuck them up.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
All program.
She was right, though.
No. But, yeah, I loved it. I love where it was like, the sleeping metaphor. That was really good.
Yeah.
And like I said, it had serious V for Vendetta vibes where it was like, yeah, fucking, shit's getting bad, but you're gonna have to wake the fuck up, motherfuckers. Or like she went from like being V from V for Vendetta at the beginning, and then at the end when she's like, fuck the Empire, she went full Howard Bill from Network.
Yeah.
Like
Oh yeah.
I'm not going to tell you to write your congressman. I wouldn't know what to tell him. But first, you've got to get mad.
Andor had a plan, dude.
Yeah,
the kid
I really enjoyed it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it, man.
Dude, like, here's the thing that Star Wars has managed to always do for me, and that's make me give a shit about a fucking robot, dude.
Yeah, I really like that one.
Dude, the droid, right. Man. Everything done.
Well, this one, it was sad.
Well, that voice actor, adding the stutter, just added a level of innocence to its personality.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
But yeah, like, I always noticed that with Star Wars, like, it's interesting how they're able to give something that's an inanimate object a personality.
Yeah.
And the way they were able to execute R2-D2, like, you give a fuck about the thing, but you've never known a single word it's spoken. All you've heard is beeps and boops.
Yeah. It's that facting, dude.
Yeah. Well, beep and boop his little booper on his nose, like.
Yeah, right.
Hey, you little bastard.
Yeah. You little bastard.
Yeah. Here's my question. Why didn't R2 get a fucking badge at the end of A New Hope? Or at the end of Return of the Jedi? He saved so many people's asses in that story.
Well, this was before droids were recognized as, for their plot.
They had the fight to have the movement where people are like, droids are people too, man.
Yeah. They tried to do it with Will Smith and iRobot, and that didn't pan out that well, So,
those robots were fucking weird.
Yeah. Like, we will fuck
the
your
uncanny
sister.
valley with those.
Yeah, that's what they said, dude.
Sister.
It's like, huh?
Unplug
what
that
now?
Unplug that one now.
Kill switch. Where are you?
But yeah, they did good. They brought me back around, dude, because like those first couple of episodes were just like, oh my god. But they,
I'm glad I struggled through it.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I'm glad that we had this to keep me having to watch it and eventually catching up with it, because I'm not gonna lie, y'all dragged me through this show kicking and screaming. And I can't believe a Star Wars property did that.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't
rough,
like
dude.
we were.
Even I was watching it at the.
It wasn't like we were. Well, I mean, it could have been 12 hours of like, where's the cash, Mickey? And I've been like, oh god,
yeah,
they're gonna shoot this dude in the foot again, probably torture him. But like, no, dude, it's Star Wars, and that's kind of depressing, because we read horrible news all the time about the state of what's going on, and that stuff from a business level to, a fan level, and it's sad that I finally hit a wall with Star Wars where it's like, man, like, I don't give a shit about this.
Yeah. No, I get it. But I mean,
the long con prevails in this, and I'm not used to the long con with Star Wars.
Yeah.
And I think that's what separates this from the other properties, because even with like Mando's stories, there was a payoff in that episode, regardless.
Yeah, right.
Like, you can watch an episode of Andor and not a fucking thing happens the whole time, and you're like, oh well, that's 40 minutes I'm not getting back.
Like, if you'll notice, like towards the last few episodes there, at the end, all the stuff that's playing out, the reason it hits harder is because the first few episodes, like, because they really gave you more. Instead of giving you 6, they're like, look, we'll give you 12, and some of it's going to be, normally we're like, man, why didn't they make more? And they did with this one, but it was like, yeah, you could have spread it out a little bit better, but okay, it was more. Now give me another 12.
Well, and I think that, like, going back to what Travis was saying, though, it's like, this is the first time that they've ever done, like, real, true, long-form Star Wars content. Because everything that we've got leading up to this point has always, it's almost been self-contained stories that's been happening. Even with the original trilogy, all the way back to the prequels and everything, like, each movie, each episode of a series has always had some type of payoff in it. And like this is the first Star Wars property where that didn't come to fruition. It played out more like Game of Thrones or something like that would. And like the problem
Well, like,
that go ahead.
Oh, I mean, I was just gonna add to it by saying, like, if this show was released in like the 50s or the 60s, I could totally hear a voiceover guy at the end going, "Will Cassian make it to the place?
Yeah.
Will so and so live to see tomorrow?" You're like, find out
what
next time.
week.
Yeah.
On
Yeah.
Andor.
The problem though is the fact that they decided to do this like longer form storytelling with a character that we already know what that character's fate
Why
is
didn't they
gonna
do
be.
this before the movie?
Well,
I will
Yeah.
I will say though, there's a payoff of that in the finale that I thought was like, I see what you did there. It's when him and that guy that they escaped with,
Yeah.
it's when Cassian finds out that his mother died.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. who
And it's
did
the
it,
shot where they're by the
blind.
ocean. Well, he looks off at the sun going down, and it mirrors just about the same shot angle at the end of Rogue One when him and Chick are about to get enveloped by the Death Star. Like, it was kind of a parallel, like, you know where this is going. Like,
Yeah.
and I feel like in that episode, that was the moment almost in a way to show the audience that, you know, like, all right, he's going for broke. Like, he
Yeah.
don't care if he dies now.
Right.
And we even see it like 2 scenes later when he shows up at dude's ship and he's like, kill me or take me in, man.
He took some convincing, dude, but on Program happened.
Yeah.
He came back from that. His mom is dead, and then the fucking motherfuckers have set up camp there. He's like, nah.
And tortured his bed.
Oh, yeah. They fucked her up, didn't they?
Yeah.
I don't know if she's ever going to be the same.
See,
he's like, what? Yeah, like, he saw that and he was like, normal life under the Empire is fucking over.
Yeah.
Like, it ain't happening.
Because
it's an illusion.
What they should have done, in my opinion, and I know I'm fucking nobody, but what I would have done in this situation is like, okay, let's do a Star Wars, Game of Thrones-esque story, but let's have it start out focusing around Andor.
Yeah.
As being kind of the linchpin for everything. And then maybe the events of Rogue One plays out, like the movie happened. That happens off screen, of course, and then it continues on. They fucked up by calling it Andor.
Mm-hmm.
They could have called it fucking Star Wars fucking Jolly Good Time and still had the central focus be around that character. But then whenever they could be like, okay, Andor's dead, the plans for the Death Star happen, and they could continue that story in a big way after the events of Rogue One. It's like they've kind of written themselves into a fucking hole, unfortunately, because they can only take this content so far.
Well, yeah, narratively speaking, I wholeheartedly agree with you. And I've been on that boat during my whole bitch fit about Andor.
Right, yeah.
But I can also see where this has got to build up to some sort of revelation that exists outside of Andor's arc.
Yeah.
That's the only way that I feel like could validate it.
Right.
Meaning either we're going to get this massive filler of Andor or someone finding a way to convince Matt Mikkelsen's engineer to make the plans faulty.
Yeah.
For the Death Star. Something like that. Or making it to where it's an evil character that breaks program.
What if that's on Program that does that? He gets transferred. I mean, he was a good, trusted man. He stayed behind. They're like, he didn't leave. He's a good guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he could be. He's the one inside man.
Like, I'm on Program. I may show it. A lot of you.
But I feel like there's got to be something there's got to be something that they're cooking up.
It's cool how they're kind of
that
building
is
up
going.
to
That could build up to a larger
Yeah.
revelation that we as the audience don't know about. Because like you said, Griffin, and like we've all said, it's hard to care about a story and character where we know where the end of the line is for him.
Yeah.
But by the end of it, we've got new people now.
Yeah.
I'm invested. I think
new shit will come to light.
Hey, the fucking the politician, her driver was listening.
Yeah.
That ain't good.
You know who she is, right?
Well,
no.
She was in what, Return of the Jedi? Right? What was her name? Mon Moffat?
But dude, the driver
Mon
was
Mothma?
listening. Her and her sister rode in that car and talked some shit.
I'm gonna drop this in
Boy.
general.
Driver was listening.
If well, and this led to, and I thought this would be pretty insane too. This is good. I thought this was interesting because the escape sequence for Skarsgård's character, where he destroys the tractor beam and kills like 5 TIE fighters, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, he's gonna train the rebel pilots.
Ooh, okay.
He clearly has
him.
He clearly has a knowledge
He's hiding his
of
past,
how the Empire's technology operates.
Maybe he was
like, what if he was you said, what if he was a Grand Moff?
What
at
if
one
he's
point
the one
decided,
that put the
fuck this?
Look, it's already been created. Maybe he was the one that put the fucking thing in there. You know? We know he's got people on the inside, rats and stuff.
Yeah.
He told that one dude, he's like, I mean, you can't leave. Like, we'll kill you.
Well,
kill your family.
Think about this too. Because when they escaped from the prison, one of the things that I thought of was like, dude, there's our first squadron of fucking resistance pilots and fighters right there.
Yeah.
And, eventually they're going to have it to where the rebels are in space fighting the Empire, just like we're going to see the Rebel Alliance get its funding. We're going to see it get all of its equipment. We're going to see the government start to back it. Because what it is there's going to be this small, just like in modern day shit, dude. You're going to see a group of freedom fighters, and then you're going to see larger governments and organizations and political ideologies start backing those freedom fighters. And then that whole political intrigue and military shit, that's going to come. Like, seeing the Star Wars seeing the perspective of the Star Wars military industrial complex is going to be interesting. And I think Andor might be our vehicle to see that.
Yeah. But yeah, I enjoyed it. I like how they brought it back around, man, and made it something that I actually cared. Like, I actually enjoyed. And then, like, I like the guy that plays Andor.
Yeah.
Like, so.
It's good.
But it gets.
Yeah.
It gets the covet to me. It gets a phaser set to stun.
Oh.
Okay.
We haven't had that one yet. Oh. Phaser set to sexy. What?
Or the coveted real estate sheath lightsaber. Not quite worth seeing the action.
Yeah.
Well.
No, it's worth seeing that.
Pull it out.
Other way around.
It's like
you
a
only pull it out when
$50
you need to.
Lightsaber.
It's where they go, oh, you got that? And you look at it and it gets the coveted this old thing. That old thing over
it's a sonic screwdriver.
But now this, and you pull out a fucking machete that's stained with blood. Anyway.
My mind went somewhere way different with that.
Yeah.
You want to talk about a little bit of movie news?
Certainly.
I mean,
that's just in, folks.
Amazon to invest $1 billion.
Yes, Amazon to invest $1 billion a year for theatrical feature film releases. Wow. So Amazon is looking to make a bigger leap into the theatrical market. investing $1 billion a year in their movies for cinemas, according to a Bloomberg report. This will be an internet company's most significant commitment to the theater. According to the report, Amazon plans to produce between 12 and 15 movies a year with a theatrical
They really
release.
need to make some money back from Rings of Power.
Yeah. With 2023 seeing a small number of films with a gradual increase over time. Bloomberg mentions the annual release schedule will put Amazon up with major studios such as Paramount Pictures. This is good news for cinema chains, with AMC stock rising 9.2% and Cinemark gaining an extra 12%. However, theater ticket sales are reported to have dropped more than 33% since 2019. I mean, you can't really look at those statistics. The final year of sales before the pandemic, with cinemas struggling to regain the momentum they carried before sales declined. Amazon Studios had been successful acquiring films in the past, with Manchester by the Sea winning 2 Oscars and receiving $78 million at the box office against a $9 million budget. Luckily, theaters are beginning to find an audience with Top Gun Maverick, paving the way for a return to the cinema. Studios are looking to find their own success with a similar film, as Maverick owned the box office for months after release, raking in an astounding $1.4 billion. Says though Amazon Studios has yet to ramp up its theatrical film releases, the streaming service Prime Video has found plenty of success in television. Original series such as The Boys, Reacher, Jack Ryan, Wheel of Time, and Invincible quickly found an audience full of adoring fans. In addition, Prime Video took a big swing earlier this year with The Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power, being the most expensive television series ever produced. However, Amazon has the rights to plenty of beloved properties after they acquired MGM for $8.5 billion. I didn't know that happened. Rocky, James Bond, RoboCop, Stargate, and many others are part of the deal, meaning the studio can focus on established properties to find a return on their investment. In addition, we've seen other streaming giants find deals with the cinema, as the upcoming Knives Out sequel, Glass Onion, began premiering in theaters on November the 23rd for a special sneak preview week. However, the film will leave the theater after its short run, heading to Netflix on December the 23rd for a worldwide release. Amazon would be expected to keep its movies in theaters and across various chains. Fans can see how the deal goes forward as more and more films produced by the studio arrive in theaters around the world. So I didn't know that they acquired MGM.
Dude, I want a RoboCop show.
So yeah, right. So, but here's the thing, man. Like, you're Amazon.
You just fired more than 10,000 people, and now you're putting all this money.
Yeah. The problem with Amazon and Amazon Prime, whatever the fuck it's called, is the fact that, like, when people think Amazon, what do they think?
Free shipping if you have Prime.
Exactly. So to me,
most people don't even watch Prime that have Amazon Prime.
I have Amazon Prime and I've never watched it.
I didn't watch it for years.
Yeah, I mean,
The Boys is fire.
Yeah, I know, right? So, but that's the thing. Like, they need to rebrand their streaming service as something else, and don't associate it with Amazon. It's like Twitch, right? Amazon owns Twitch. They didn't change Twitch to Amazon's, fucking gaming streaming or whatever the fuck. They kept it as Twitch. You can use your Prime sub on there to sub to somebody, blah, 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 blah. But it's still kind of integrated into that Amazon ecosystem. So,
Amazon Prime Video. Like, just call it Amazon Video.
Well, if they would just change it to something else, they need to change
the title, dude.
Well, they need to take Prime and Amazon out of it they need it to stand on its own 2 feet. Like, look at the amount of changes that HBO went through. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You had HBO, you've got HBO Max, HBO Go, HBO fucking On Demand. Like, it's went through several iterations until something finally stuck. They need to change it to something else.
And now the app has this freebie on it. It's free TV and movies with ads. And it's part of Amazon, but it's freebie.
Right, yeah.
It's like, why are we branching off? Why not just have a section for that?
Exactly.
Why do I gotta have, let's just move everything over to that? Fuck, freebie sounds fine.
exactly.
But you got to watch
And
a
then-
lot of ads, dude. The first commercial break I got wanted me to watch 5 ads. I went, I'm not watching 5 ads, and I left.
Yeah, that's stupid.
Yeah.
And another thing too is like, if I'm searching for something on Amazon and I find something that's on Amazon Prime, it'll say it's on Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
Why can't I click a button and it fucking take me to Amazon Prime where I can watch it?
If you have the app, it will.
Well,
If you're doing like Google Chrome and you look it up online, it will open the app, but you got to have the app and be logged in.
Yeah, they should rebrand it.
I already got the Amazon apps. Like, nah, you got to get the video one, the music one, the storage one,
the Kindle one. Yeah,
Look,
exactly right.
Google tried that, didn't work, dude. It's raining like a motherfucker here.
Yeah, same here.
Holy
man.
shit!
But if I was in charge, if I was Bezos, I'd be like, rebrand it. You could market it by all that MGM content and all of the Prime original programming that you have as the jumping off point. And then, because like, how goofy is it going to be when you go to the movies and it's like Amazon Prime Video presents, and it's like, come up with something better, man.
Well, now they got MGM.
Yeah.
So can they get a banner under that?
They could.
MGM Video or
MGM
just do your
on
stuff under that. Like, just move your Amazon stuff to that. Like,
yeah, right.
You already got the name. It's like home of James Bond. Fuck.
Yeah, Rocky, RoboCop. Like, it's endless. So, but it makes sense why they're making this leap, especially since they acquired that for $8 billion or whatever the fuck it was.
Now they're putting another
billion. Yeah.
I mean,
so we'll see. We'll see if it pays off for. I mean, I don't see why it wouldn't, to be honest, because you already have, unless you just completely fuck it up in a big way. But
well, if you did that, it would be insured.
Well, that's true.
So
yeah, that's true.
Could be
it's a trap.
Yeah.
So here's something that I know you guys are super excited about.
Okay.
Tyler Perry partners with Amazon to make 4 movies. Oh yeah,
that was the billion. There we
go. Yeah, right.
Found where the money went.
Yeah,
at least half of it.
Yeah, right. So director, screenwriter, producer, and actor Tyler Perry is a busy filmmaker and hasn't shown signs of slowing down.
Yeah.
He recently landed a 4-movie deal with Amazon, per the Hollywood Reporter. While he hasn't released any details of these 4 films or even their titles, we do know he is set to produce, direct, and write all of them, and that they will be released on Amazon Prime Video. Perry stated he had a warm response from the head of Amazon Studios, Jennifer Salke. Jennifer Salke. That's how I'm pronouncing it from now on. And the entire team have welcomed me with open arms, and I'm looking forward to continuing telling unique stories and bringing my next projects to the global audience that they reach.
Bro, if they let this motherfucker direct a James Bond movie, I will cancel my Amazon Prime membership.
I mean,
that better not happen.
I mean,
they own
here's
it.
The thing.
They can do whatever they want.
I know.
Right?
Yeah. Here's the thing, though. I like Tyler Perry as a serious actor.
Sure.
Everything that I've seen him in where he plays a serious actor, or even the comedic relief when he's not playing one of his characters,
Medea
is good. Yeah. But
I don't want to see Medea does James Bond unless it's like remember that comedy with Mr. Bean?
Oh my god,
where he played James Bond.
Yes,
I mean, you might pull something like that off.
Yeah, but that's Mr. Bean though.
Yeah.
He's a national treasure.
Johnny something.
Even though it's Johnny English.
That's it.
Yeah, I remember. Remember, Remember Beans. So there's no word on why Tyler Perry left Netflix. So this year, Tyler Perry made a Medea Homecoming, which is the 12th installment of the Medea. Jesus. It started in 2005 with the release of Diary of a Mad Black Woman.
Oh, my lord.
Also released in 2022 was Perry's A Jazz Man's Blues, which he called a labor of love. It's a more serious film than the Medea movies, one the director-writer said he had wanted to make for a while. Both were released this year and are available to stream on Netflix. He called Netflix the perfect partner in referencing the making of A Jasmine's Blues, but doesn't seem to be partnered with them anymore. Directors, writers, and producers can leave film studios for many reasons, from wanting a higher budget, more pay, and more creative control. Sometimes it's just over simple disagreements, and other times directors and production companies split amicably. Neither Netflix nor Tyler Perry has commented on the departure. Perry is also involved in stage plays, with his most recent work being in Medea's farewell play in 2019. I think that'll end up becoming a movie. So Medea Homecoming was released on February the 25th, 2022, starring Perry and blah, 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 blah. So, I mean, that's where some of that billion went to, you know?
Dude, he gets paid.
Yeah. Doesn't he have his own television network?
He's got his own studio in Atlanta.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
it's pretty big,
right.
too. A huge backlot. Well, dude, think about it. Oh, that's kind of smart. So they're already going to do the movies in Georgia. Yeah, they're going to film them in his thing. And plus, they're right down the road from the, Marvel shoots everything at like Blackwood Studio or whatever it's called. Black Rock. I don't remember.
Yeah.
But
it's Blackwood, dude.
Something. But
that's where they shot Black Adam on. Pinewood, yeah.
I mean, he's got a big paycheck and
think about this too. It kind of makes sense because, like, I guarantee you that he didn't just choose Amazon over Netflix just to choose them. I have a feeling that Amazon was probably like, we'll put everything you've ever produced on Amazon Prime Video if you'll let us use
and he
your
already
backlog.
got the Netflix bag.
Yeah,
he
exactly.
got that one first. So, it was probably more.
Yeah, so yeah. It makes sense through a business lens for him to do that.
For sure.
So, yeah. James Gunn confirms plans for more standalone stories set outside of the DCU. So there's big plans for the DCU moving forward after James Gunn and Peter Safran took the reins for the comic book universe's creative direction. On Twitter, Gunn has been interacting with fans, asking him questions about what to expect from the future of the DCU. This includes his verification that they'll be expanding upon the DCU movie established in feature films with the production of more spin-off TV shows, such as we saw with Peacemaker on HBO Max. Yes, most definitely the DCU will be connected across films and TV and animation, Gunn told one fan, adding to another that they're planning to release connected DCU set video games as well. There will clearly be plenty of investment and focus into the DCU at Warner Brothers Discovery in the years ahead, but where does this leave the standalone projects? They won't be going away, as Gunn confirms to another fan that there will be some more projects taking place in other worlds outside of the DCU. The word some doesn't suggest that there will be an abundance of these kinds of projects, but that they will still continue to exist. As for Gunn himself, he also promised he'll be doing more projects himself, regardless of the increased responsibilities he'll have with his new job. I will continue writing and directing select DC projects, Gunn says through his other tweets. Right now, I'm creating the plan for the next 10 years of DC movies while simultaneously fulfilling my responsibilities to the stuff I've already made, as I will be doing until May. So no matter how popular the DCU might become in the years ahead, there is still a lot of value that can be found in standalone projects that tell their own stories. The animated series Harley Quinn has significantly benefited from having its writers focus on expanding their own universe with unique versions of established characters that would certainly not be able to behave in the same ways if they were part of the DCU. That show remains popular after 3 seasons, resulting in a 4th season renewal at HBO Max, along with an upcoming standalone Valentine's Day special that is coming in February of 2023. Another prime example of how profitable standalone DC movies can be is the 2019's Joker from director Todd Phillips. The film, featuring an Oscar-winning performance by Joaquin Phoenix, was also able to tell a story within its own parameters without the handicap of staying faithful to what's been established in other movies and TV shows. The result was Joker scoring more than $1 billion at the box office, a number that Warner Brothers Discovery hopes to see again with the release of an upcoming sequel that brings in Lady Gaga as Harley Quinn. In any case, things are going to continue getting interesting at Warner Brothers Discovery, especially as it relates to the DCU as Gunn and Safran flesh out their plans for the universe over the next decade. So there's a couple of interesting things here. Like, they came out and said that they were going to stop producing as many DC animated projects.
Were like, yeah.
But it makes sense, because if he's going to try to tie the animation into it, then of course they're going to have to stop, drop, set up shop. Anyway,
somewhere.
Yeah. So that's pretty telling on that side. And then of course it makes sense. Like, if somebody comes up with a good enough story, since Joker kind of broke the mold of what's able to be done outside of the parameters of the established universe, then of course that they're going to be able to do something like that. Why wouldn't they?
Mm-hmm.
So it makes perfect sense to do something like that. I don't know why people would think that would stop just because they're going to be mapping out like the DCU, like multiverse, I guess you would say, or at least their universe. I'm not sure if they're going to have any say-so on standalone projects, but
we'll look at Black Adam. Like, the overarching DC universe can continue to happen because of the way they've set up where he's at now and everything.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's like, when you want to put me in a movie, just show up here.
Yeah, right. So it's pretty fascinating, and it makes sense. There was a lot that was kind of unpacked there, but like, I'm really excited.
Oh yeah,
to see what comes of Safran and Gunn.
Well, especially like after coming off of Peacemaker, dude. It's like, this dude.
Well,
he knows what's
up. Cool is that it seems like Gunn also acknowledged what the W.
Yes.
Go follow.
No.
He answers a lot of people. He replies a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But for instance, the WB, the TV shows that they've done, with the Crisis on Infinite Earths crossover that they did, there's this whole thing where at the beginning of the whole little event, you see all the different universes in the comic books and all that shit. You see everything succumbing to the big problem,
Yeah.
And what that episodes or set of episodes did was basically make what Gunn's doing canon. Like, it's already established that all of the multiverse exists, that all of the DC continuity is existing at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
And it's cool that Gunn's continuing with that.
Yeah. And maybe he'll bring him in. Who knows? We'll see. Y'all want to talk about Hugh Jackman? I mean,
sure.
Are y'all feeling Hugh Jackman? So Jackman says that he was offered James Bond role before Daniel Craig. This is something that Travis sent earlier. It was today, right?
No, this is something Adam sent.
Oh, this was something Adam sent earlier. I've been busy, y'all. I can't.
What y'all talking about?
James Bond. Hugh Jackman.
You're the one that dropped it in here.
Yeah, I know, but
I said it on Twitter. I just shared it with y'all on Twitter. Was like, yo, look at this. That's where that's why.
So it says that in years past, Jackman is one name that's come up a lot with fans discussing who might be a good role of James Bond. In a new interview with IndieWire, Jackman reveals that this is something that may have actually happened if not for his casting as Wolverine in the X-Men franchise. After debuting as the Clawed Mutant in 2000, Jackman would end the character's story in 2017's Logan, though he'll reprise the role one last time in the upcoming sequel, Deadpool 3. Needless to say, the Wolverine role was something that was going to take up a lot of Jackman's time for years to come. Meanwhile, Pierce Brosnan would wrap up his run as Bond with 2002's Die Another Day, formally announcing his retirement from the role in 2004. That left the franchise producers on a hunt for their next Bond until the 2006 reboot, Casino Royale, which ultimately went to Daniel Craig. Before landing on Craig, however, the role was floated to Jackman, who was still pretty early into his run as Wolverine and anticipating much more to come. For that reason, he quickly lost interest in James Bond, as he didn't want to spend the next however many years playing just the same two characters. I didn't want to do the same things, the role of the hero action star. I mean, it was the meat and potatoes of a lot of American film, that archetype. It was all various forms of heroic guys in tough situations. I was like, no, this is a problem. I had a look at it, the Bond offer. I was like, if I'm doing that in Wolverine, I'll have no time to do anything else. I clearly find it more interesting to play people who color outside the lines. I think James Bond colors inside the lines.
He straight missed out on a bag there, son. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like a big one, too.
But you got to think about this. He
though. Dedicated more time to Wolverine.
Bond. He would have been Bond in No Time to Die.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, fuck that goddamn movie, sorry.
I mean, it would still be...
It gets the coveted real estate pearl pitchfork to the face.
Damn. Want to be a star.
Yeah. I mean, he could still come back and play Bond now, They're
looking for one.
I don't think he would. I don't think he'd be a good James Bond. I really don't.
Pull it off, but they'll probably go for somebody younger.
Nah, man. Jackman is a terrific actor. But he can't be James Bond.
What you got against Aussies?
No, it's nothing against Aussies, but it's...
You get knocked down, you gotta fucking get back up. You be out there,
You gotta fucking get back on that goddamn horse, mate. You gotta fucking
I would love to see
go, mate.
I just don't think James Bond.
Like I could see him being a Q.
I think he should play Crocodile Dundee.
Oh my god, yes.
Mic drop. Grow that mullet out a little bit more from that picture there.
Why not?
You get knocked down, you gotta fucking get back on.
Look, in that shot, in the thumbnail for this article, where it's his face over Craig, make his hair from afar. Think of it like you're not like. Imagine he had longer hair, and he's fucking Bricks from goddamn Lethal Weapon.
Riggs. Yeah, I could see that.
Not Bricks. I don't know. I'd rather see him in Lethal Weapon than something like Bond.
It's crazy that I mean, he hasn't ever talked about that publicly, right?
Well, that says something about him too, man, because any other actor would have been like, oh,
he could have said, yeah.
That's a lot of money.
He had more,
but he was like,
he had more artistic integrity.
Yeah, I'm gonna fucking play this Wolverine thing, dude. It's paying pretty good, and they let me do my Greatest Little Showman on Earth.
Yeah,
principal photography is only 2 weeks with the Wolverine film.
Speaking of Wolverine, he also explains why he's returning as Logan. So earlier this month, Reynolds revealed that it was Jackman who got the ball rolling on getting Wolverine into Deadpool 3, something Reynolds has wanted for years, but Jackman was the one who called Reynolds to say that he was ready to bring Logan back. Reynolds also refrained from divulging any additional details of that conversation, suggesting it was up to Jackman to tell the story on his own. The moment has arrived with a new interview with Deadline. Jackman has shared the story behind his upcoming return by first revisiting that promise he made that he was retiring from playing Logan in any more movies. As explained by Jackman, he truly meant those words when he said them, but he realized he probably shouldn't have made that commitment when he was watching the first Deadpool soon after. Well, I was 20 minutes into watching Deadpool, and I had just announced, literally a few weeks before that, Logan was going to be my last, which I fully intended. And then I was like, uh-oh. Years went by, but Jackman was apparently never able to bury that desire to co-star in a Deadpool movie as Logan alongside Reynolds. So the actor had a revelation when he finally got some time off from performing during a run of The Music Man on Broadway. That's fucking humble brag in mid-August. Jackman says it was all he could think about when taking a dive during that week off. Taking a drive during that week off, leading to a phone call made to his old pal to start the process. It came to me like, I really want to do that. And that was it. As soon as I arrived at the beach, I rang Ryan. I ain't ranged anybody in a while. I rang Ryan just to see what the hell was going on. And then here we are. It was so quick. And trust me, there's not a moment I don't wake up where Ryan Reynolds is outside my house with posters saying, please. He's constantly asking me about it. And I was like, dude, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. So then when he rang me back, he was like, are you serious? So yeah. Jackman insists that this wasn't something like Andrew Garfield constantly denying he was in Spider-Man No Way Home, while knowing all the while that he'd be coming back as Spider-Man in that film. The actor swears that he was never lying about his retirement from playing Logan, even if he had a hidden desire to reprise the role. It's just that it hasn't been until recently that he's changed his mind, deciding to give Logan one last hurrah after all. I'm a terrible poker player. All this time I was saying I was done. I really meant it. But anyway, somewhere deep down, this idea was obviously lurking and brewing. I don't think this is going to be his last time playing Logan.
Well, it must be in a good script, too, because you got to imagine at the time, it's like, all right, man, they're getting kind of... And then finally he got Logan. It was like, all right, I'm going out on top.
Yeah.
I'm not making a dud. Then finally, years later, someone's like, wait a minute now. We got some good here. Dude, if Ryan Reynolds could be like, you want to rob a bank? And I'm like, yeah.
Yeah. Where are we going?
Whatever, you know what I mean?
You also got to think too, in terms of like just how successful Logan was.
Yeah.
I mean, not very often, especially in the superhero movies, do you get to stick a landing like Logan did.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It was kind of a going out on top.
Yeah.
Leave them wanting more.
Yeah, it was Seinfeld. It was a Seinfeld, man.
Yeah. He signed off. How long ago was that? Do y'all remember?
2017,
Well,
right?
it wasn't that long, but
Yeah.
it's been a minute.
About 5 years.
What I think is funny, what he should have said in the interview was, they're like, why'd you decide to play it again? He's like, well, I can't play James Bond because I didn't take that job. So, or he heard they're looking for a new James Bond. He's like, I'm busy.
Yeah,
I'm not playing that motherfucker. I'm not getting me again. I'll sign the Disney contract today.
Yeah.
Because you got to be careful with James Bond.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Hugh Jackman's always been really good at like being careful with his career.
Yeah.
Not ruining it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, great. He's made some great films too. I really don't think that this is the last time. I honestly think that he'll do this. Deadpool will happen. Because, the whole thing is like they can't do any X-Men anything unless they bring either the original cast back into it or the new X-Men cast until 2025, because that's when all the contracts expire. Except for Jackman.
But
right?
They can build up to it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, and that's the thing. They can't bring any of those characters that have had contracts.
Yeah.
So all the new first class X-Men, Yeah. So that was part of the buyout. They had to honor the X-Men contract. So that means that they're still going to get paid if they make a movie, which I honestly think that they will, where they'll make a movie where they'll bring some of the old cast back into
this
it.
is we're going to bring in, the introduction.
Yeah.
To get all the new people in.
McAvoy as fucking Xavier and Cockbender as Magneto was like incredible casting.
Yeah.
Like the only way it was better is if they cast fucking Picard and and they did that. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it was great casted. They would be foolish to not bring some of those characters in before those unless they're trying to let the contracts lapse, then approach them with another offer for more movies, less money.
Yeah.
I could see them doing that. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. But I honestly think that if they do something like Secret Wars or whatever, that they'll either bring a lot of those X-Men.
Well, and they already show us that in Doctor Strange. They're like, it's fucking possible. I mean,
yeah. Oh yeah. So, and that could, because I think that I think Secret Wars comes out in 2025. So they could be filming that right now.
They could have it ready, and the day the thing drops, it's like, guess what?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, that gives them plenty of time.
Yeah, right. So
we got something to look forward to.
Yeah, if we can survive that long.
Yeah.
I'm
gonna pat the planet. If you just hold out a little bit longer. Come on, girl.
Yeah. When we call Putin.
No, you've been feeling road hard, put it wet, but send a little tsunami his way.
Yes. Yeah, right. So, but that's all the movie news that I stumbled about,
I saw when we were reading one of those articles earlier, and I had to click on it because it pulled my eye, but the Crow reboot officially in post-production, they got new money coming in from a new backer.
Yeah.
So now they're editing the movie. It's finished.
Is it Amazon? Is that the new backer?
It doesn't say.
You know who would be great?
CAA Media and Film Nation. They had to get a little money, They were able to get the movie shot, but when it came to, I guess, paying a shitload of money to edit, prices going up, man. Like,
I mean, it is a recession.
Yeah.
Milk ain't cheap, y'all.
Yeah.
You know who would be great as Eric Draven, though? Skarsgård. Bill.
He could play anything.
Yeah.
He could play Black Adam at this point.
He could,
pull it off.
Yeah. He could play Malcolm X and pull it off. Anyway. The role of a lifetime. And everybody's like, what the hell?
Songs of a Tangerine.
The role of a lifetime.
But I'm ready for trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That reminds me of that Little People.
Oh, yeah.
That Matthew McConaughey movie with
Gary Oldman.
Yeah. Gary Oldman in the role of a lifetime.
Was it Twinkle Toes?
Something Tiny Feet or something.
I don't know. It was borderline.
But that trailer was like, whoa.
Yeah. We got to do that on the pod sometime. What? I feel like we're doing ourselves a disservice. Watch that movie. The movie with Gary Oldman and Matthew McConaughey.
You can find it. It's probably on YouTube.
I'll find it on VHS, dude. We'll get together. We'll get together and watch it. It's like we got to rent. Who's bringing the VCR?
I've got a VCR.
Fucking bed it up
with the remote.
Yeah. Has it got the automatic tape rewinder in it?
Yeah. Oh, I got one of those too. I got a little tape rewinder you plug up on the side.
Yeah.
I got a little bit of media laying around.
Just a little bit.
Little dinosaur media, but I got the remote and it still got the battery cover on it.
Oh, that's a relic. That battery cover is worth more than the whole. Yeah, it's worth more than the whole thing.
That's how you know if something went road hard. It's like when the battery came, I don't understand those people that don't look for it and put it back on. It's like when it comes off, you find it.
Yeah.
You don't just
No,
say,
dude,
fuck it, you'll find it later. Then it'll be all busted up. And
it's in the couch, dude.
yeah.
I don't know where, but it's in the couch, you know?
But yeah, I'm ready for this trailer.
Yeah.
We got a little A24 action.
Oh, shit. When you finish saving the world.
Yeah.
This is from writer-director Jesse Eisenberg.
Whoa.
And starring Julianne Moore and Finn Wolfhard.
Wolfhard.
I'm ready.
Wolfhard.
Hard.
Hard. All right, 3, 2, 1, play. He's like rail thin.
Yeah.
She's gonna leave. Oh. Check him out. Oh, he's streaming. Weird that they're putting it in movies now.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Mom's a principal. That would be terrible. Oh. I mean, he ain't wrong. He could just get like a light bulb that's red and put it out there, though.
Yeah.
I mean, all right. A tale of a lifetime. Come engage. The dude abides.
It looks serious.
Yeah. In one of the scenes, I want that little giggling dude from The Big Lebowski to be sitting in their living room just giggling.
Who the fuck is this guy?
Yeah. Whoa, this is like being on acid.
Yeah. What the fuck?
Check this
That
out.
90s show, I'm excited about
Yeah,
this.
we got a little teaser.
Yeah, yeah.
Always liked that 70s show.
Me too. Except for that last season. Fuck that last season.
I don't know if I've seen the last, but like it was one of those shows like, you know, back in the day, it would just be on.
Yeah.
Catch an episode.
Well, the last season is when
I need to go back and watch it.
Eric leaves and goes to
oh yeah,
Africa. So it's Donna winds up with this goofy fucking asshole piece of shit. Anyway, I'm not going to talk about it right now. But anyway,
I'm going to text Marina until I come and give you a hug.
She needs to, dude. I'm upset.
Talk about that 70s show.
Yeah. I'm upset. I'm ready though.
All right. 3, 2, 1, play. Okay.
All right. Wow.
Oh, the grandkids are coming to visit.
Yeah.
Oh, that's going to be interesting. They find the weed.
Yeah.
Gotta be some old weed, dude. It's like, well, my house smells like pot. Cool.
All right. I'll check it out.
Yeah. I still like to watch the sitcom.
Yeah. Some fucking 20-year-old weed nuggets, dude. Some nugs.
It's gotta be moldy.
It's been fermented that whole time, dude.
Whatever they had it in it. Maybe they had it vacuum sealed.
Yeah, no, they had it in a mason jar.
Though, you know?
Yeah.
That might work.
Yeah.
It'll be real dry. If I was there, I'd be like, put it in the freezer for a little while.
Bring it back to life.
Bring it back to life, dude. Trust me, it'll work. A little drop of water in it. Would it freeze? I don't know.
Yeah. Will we be vaping the crystals? Smoking the crystals?
You won't care, dude.
Nah. All right. The main one. Is this the Grinch thing?
It's a
All
scary
right.
Grinch movie.
So this is like Winnie the Pooh, right?
Gotta be, yeah.
I mean, I'm ready.
Yep. 3, 2, 1, play. Let's see. Uh-huh. I mean, run. It's the Christmas killer that killed Christmas, dude.
Yeah.
He's a mean one. But you're a bitch. Oh. She had a baseball bat with Christmas lights on it. I mean, those 30-year-old nugs will do it to you.
I mean, I'll watch it, you know?
Yeah.
Definitely watch it. The rig. Rigs.
Yeah, I'm too rigged for this. The reason I dropped it because when I hit play, it's talking about an oil rig. I ain't never seen me a flicker movie about an oil rig. You know what I'm saying?
Let's fucking pape it.
All right. 3, 2, 1, play. It's Amazon Prime. See, that looks kind of low. Look at this guy on program. That's the dude from Game of Thrones, ain't it?
Yeah.
The one that wanted to bang Khaleesi. Oh, dude. You talk about being scared.
Yeah.
You start punching holes in the earth eventually. It's going to start punching back. Thanks, Ringo. That would be amazing if the Beatles show up and save them.
Yeah.
We need to get away from the water. Oh, there's something. Ooh.
It's Cthulhu, dude.
The mist is kicking in. Might be in on this. I thought it was some cheesy rig movie. This looks like a show. It says movie trailer. On program. They did a good job with Outer Range. So I could tell that was filmed in the BBC.
Yeah.
Had their style. Might peep that, man.
Yeah, it doesn't look too bad.
I mean, I'm already paying for it.
Is this
This
the
is the trailer? Yeah.
Okay.
So they finally dropped the trailer like the day after they dropped that thing where
bullshit?
they talked about the clip that was going to be in the trailer. Yeah. Because I saw this. I was like, what the fuck is this? I was like, oh, it's the real one.
Oh, I'm ready for this.
Yeah, this looks like it's going to be a banger.
Banger.
All right. 3, 2, 1, play.
Oh, shit.
Oh, yeah. This director's trying to get a fucking Oscar, dude.
Yeah.
I can't wait for them to send us an Oscar screener.
I know. For our consideration.
Oh, yeah. We get them every year. Whoa. I mean, dude, there's a lot going on.
Yeah.
Like, and it's crazy because like there's all this crazy shit going on. You don't know if it's part of a movie or if it's really happening.
If it's in somebody's head.
Yeah. Fucking right.
Hell yeah, bro.
Oh, I dropped I know we saw a different trailer for this. This is the one that's got Harrison Ford in it.
Yeah.
But it's got this other actor in it. You guys will recognize him. I don't know. I don't remember his name. Oh, Snidely Whiplash. Yeah.
I'm ready.
I gotta do the thing here. All right, 3, 2, 1, play. That was the dude from Game of Thrones. That guy. I don't remember his name. Yeah, that's the dude from Game of Thrones that was working with Jaume.
Yeah.
Man, that Yellowstone get wild at it. Okay. I mean, damn. I like how they've tried to go deeper on the older stuff. I saw an article the other day that was like the reason Kevin Costner left Yellowstone. It's like he left?
No. He didn't leave.
I mean,
He can't leave. He just got elected.
Oh, there might be problems. I don't know what this is. It's just a trailer, man.
The honeymoon?
Yeah.
Romantic comedy? I'm in.
Yeah. All right. 3, 2, 1, play. But it's rated R. You know what I'm saying?
If Cena's not in it, I'm out.
Cena?
Yeah.
He shows up and he's like, hey, you want me to fuck your wife? And the guy's like, no. Right here. Oh.
Good start.
Got that idiot friend. Their fault for doing it on the water, really.
Yeah.
That would be my argument. Why you get married on a fucking dock? He's like Indian John Candy, you know?
Yeah. Oh, God.
I would just let him kill him.
Yeah.
Dude. His arms leak and blow. That's funny. Oh, shit. What's bro? That's the chick that was in the Borat movie that played his daughter.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Or you're like, where have I seen this girl? She plays Russian. No, what did he do? Why did he lay in the bathtub? He could easily have. I think if it was John Cena and the fat dude,
Yeah.
it'd be better.
Yeah, for sure. They tried, though.
Are you fucking this up?
Yeah. Bro. Is this our fucking Bollywood trailer of the week?
I'm having to bookmark them now. I'm backlogged. I've also been finding these music videos. Dude, I found one earlier that I was like, what the fuck?
Is it as good as the
It's close. It's got a funny little dude in it and he does a dance. That's every one of them, right?
Yeah.
It's just weird, dude. He's got all these dudes around him and they're dressed. It's just strange. I can't explain it. I have no words. I'll drop an image. But y'all ready for this one?
Oh yeah.
I just watched the first. If the first little bit's ridiculous, I'm like, that's it.
Oh yeah.
All right, 3, 2, 1, play.
Closed captioning on. Oh, they don't have closed caption. Fuck.
That was all I needed to see. Right here.
Get them all.
Like, this is their movies. I've been in these gas stations. This is what happens when you grow up on 80s action movies. Dude's like Indian Patrick Swayze.
Yeah. Tom Selleck.
No, Tom Sadiq. He's kicking. I mean, I don't understand. Now he's got to fight this guy? This dude fucks, man. Oh no. Whatever that says. What's happening? Dude, he kicked his ass and then rolled up on him. The dude has a walking stick. He's hurt. He's got a cane. I think this is like, it's like Pakistani or maybe Hindi. Does it say down here? I don't know. This dude's a badass, though. Look at this. This trailer's long, dude. Holy shit. What's funny, dude, like in the country there, you know, he's like a cop. That's the kind of cop you'd see on the street.
Yeah.
And he's just acting like that, like busting logs over people's backs and sleeping with everybody's women.
I gotta look up that chick. The Big Four.
I think this is a foreign film. I think. But yeah.
Oh, I'm ready.
All right, 3, 2, 1, play.
Sorry, I couldn't hit it 10 times.
Oh. Baby. This is Asian Guy Ritchie movie.
Yeah, right.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. She is aggressive. They stopped doing this in movies where, like, you know, everybody's a fucking character.
Yeah.
Like this guy. What? Okay. I had to fucking lump that on some foreign film February, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, kind of looks like a silly goose time.
It really does.
We got to at least watch one of those Bollywood movies, right? Foreign
Yeah,
film February. We got to do one.
We got to do one. Just we got to dip our toes in the water,
Yeah.
dude. Ass in the sand.
That one that was like real crazy.
Yeah. Maybe the first one.
Well, I saw this trending today.
I haven't watched this yet,
I
but
haven't
I'm
seen it
interested.
either. I verified it was
ready.
real, and I was like, all right. Here we go. 3. I can't leave a comment. Comments turned off. Ooh. 3, 2, 1, play. People are like, Chris Pratt.
Yeah. He's Christian. Uh-oh.
Okay. Smash Brothers. Hell yeah. Dude, I'm all in. Dude,
he's
come
actually.
on. Yeah.
I fucking love this.
They did it the right way. Like, you're playing the game. Look.
This style works perfect for Mario, man.
Yeah.
Skip live action and just do this, you know?
It's in the rainbow tunnel.
It's going to be so colorful.
Yup.
Look.
Warp tunnel number 4,
shit.
bitches. He's even in more.
Yeah.
There you go. Rainbow Road, baby. It's like the bridge from fucking.
Oh, God. I want to see that so bad. I'm going to watch it now.
I mean, dude, that looks like a silly goose time.
It looks really good, man. It's so fucking good. So fucking good, bro.
Hell
yeah, dude. So We got a couple of options for next week. What are y'all feeling?
I'm down to watch whatever.
Well, I do want to watch Bullet Train and Don't Worry, Darling,
Yeah.
and The Greatest Beer.
Yeah.
I want to watch them all, you know.
Uh-huh.
But next week is the first week of December.
Oh, yeah.
So are we going to do Christmas movies?
What can we start with? Is that movie going to be out? Nah, it won't be out. Oh, the movie with Ryan Reynolds is out. Spirited.
Okay. Yeah.
Maybe we can start with that.
Yeah.
I know that one's out.
Yeah.
For sure.
And we can do some research on what we want to see.
Yeah.
Or what we want to tack on.
This is that Scrooge trailer.
Yeah.
Where Will Ferrell was like, don't just leave. Look at my set. You know, he had like a whole.
Yeah.
Yeah. That cool with everybody? You cool with that, Trav? Spirited Away.
Yeah.
The Ryan Reynolds,
Will Ferrell, Scrooged.
Yeah, Scrooged.
Pretty much.
Christmas Story.
Yeah, then that'll give us a little time to. It'd be really cool if we could watch that Harper movie.
Oh, the Violent Night.
I don't know if that's going to be. Is that I think that's a theatrical. But we'll check on it.
Let's see. Did I not spell it right? Hold on. Playing in Gadsden.
Yeah.
Let's see.
If they're smart though, that I would imagine that's going to hit streaming services. Towards the end of December.
It's got to, right?
Christmas, dude.
Yeah.
People ain't going to the theater.
No.
But yeah.
I'm ready.
Checks on the mail, dude.